My name's Belinda and I'm a care leaver. I'm 21 and I'm from Bury. I've just finished my degree in psychology.
I'm Danielle, I'm a care leaver from Huddersfield and I've studied a BSc in social welfare.
My name is Ashley, I'm 21, I was born in Kirklees, West Yorkshire. I'm a third year student studying history and I'm a care leaver.
A care leaver is somebody that's been in residential or foster care for more than 3 months.
And I've left whatever form of care they're in. The most important thing is to start talking to your local authority early. Make it quite clear to them that you have got that as a plan in mind so that they can be prepared with their information to pass it on to you. But also make sure that you make the most of any source of information that's around. Connections can be useful sometimes, your personal tutors at school and college, and just go to as many open days as you can.
There were many obstacles that I faced. Not long after I went into care, I became involved in drugs and alcohol, and I didn't feel like I could get onto university at that point. So I started going to a group called Early Break. They gave me other ways to sort of allow me to get out any kind of anger that I was feeling or resentment in my life.
I had my first child at 14 and then I went into foster care. I was there until I was 17 when I had my second child. I'm from a poor background and I just thought I was just going to go, follow what I knew basically. I faced many barriers, my main one being my childcare. There was often not enough funding to get it, or there was just no childcare available. I've also faced low self-esteem. I never wanted to be labelled. I didn't want anybody in my course to know I was a care leaver or anything. I wasn't aware at the time that there was services for care leavers until I was in my second year.
It's very similar to a review, however, it's planning the future rather than discussing what's happened. All foster children that are coming out of care are entitled to a pathway plan every 6 months. And when planning the future, it's not just saying what you will do, but it's also saying what the local authority will do for you, which is unbelievably important since they will have to sign that then and they won't be able to say at a later date, actually, we're not going to do this for you now. Although everybody gets student loans, for care leavers there isn't actually an across the board specific law that actually says all care leavers will get this amount. You get funded based on what your local authority decides.
With the help from my local authority, they were really good. They sat me down and went through a financial package that they were going to provide me and support that I'd need if I wanted to go over back to Bury and where I'd live, and made sure that I had a stable environment at university and a stable environment if I decided to come back. That kind of made me feel more safe.
The important things to know are that all care leavers are classed as having no income whatsoever, and so you always get the highest amount of bursaries and loans available from the student loans company. Which means you already start with a reasonable amount, and then there's always bursaries around. There's a £2,000 bursary that all local authorities have to give, and a lot of different universities also give their own bursaries, which all care leavers will be entitled to. Most universities have got the Frank Butler mark, and so if they've got it, then they guarantee you year-long accommodation.
The University of Huddersfield has the Frank Butler quality mark, which means that they support people from disadvantaged backgrounds. And with that, they provide funding for care leavers at university. And we also got funding through the Access to Learning Fund. And through the help of the Student Liaison Officer, Roger Adrian, he also got us part-time jobs at the university, helping out, mentoring other children in care.
I never thought of myself as any different from anybody that wasn't in care. And so I didn't have that feeling that I wasn't good enough to do it. Even if you don't feel confident, just tell yourself that you are good enough, because anybody's good enough, anybody can go to university. There's nobody out there that couldn't go to university, and being in care is no different.
Going to higher education has been fun. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
I couldn't believe I'd got there for a start, because I'm not brainy, you know.
My self-esteem has improved, my outlook on life has improved. I feel like I know it sounds cheesy, but I feel like I can go on and do anything I want to do.
I'm coming back to finish my honours, and then I want to come back and do an MA in art therapy.
I've just finished my third year and received a first class with honours. I'm hoping to go on and do my PhD, and my PhD will be around care leavers going on to university if it gets accepted. So fingers crossed.
I'm putting most of my concentration into finishing my final year because it's going to be a difficult year. Once I finish, I'll be going into some form of advocacy work where I can continue arguing, since as a history student the one thing that we're taught to do most is argue.
The statistics show that only 7% of children in care go on to university. However, it is a statistic and that can always change. So just because it says 7% can go doesn't mean that it can't be 20, 30, 40, 50% in 3 or 4 years to come.